Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ARCA series presented by NMNTS. We are going to be running tonight in the Rocky Top 200 presented by the Disabled Military Vets Racing here at Bristol Motor Speedway under the lights. Got a pretty good exciting race we're going to have tonight. We got a good 25 to 26 cars on the track. Want to give a big shout out right now to all of our sponsors on board. With our normal sponsors, we have TNN Designs and the TNN Pole Award. Also BA Graphics. In addition to that, we're going to have SimSpec PC Towers on board again tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Go check them out at www.simspec.com. And definitely last but not least, that'd be Hancock Quality Goods. You got to check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Right now, we're picking up and joining all these tracks. We got a few cars on the track qualifying. We had 86 Clayton Curtis go out first. His qualifying lap was a 14 with a 9.0. He's currently fast first quickest. Next on the track is the number 59, the Berkshire Hathaway Racing TNN Designs cars for David Levine. He ends up qualifying with a 14.731, and he will take over quick time at this point. Now you see coming on the track the 43 of Clegg Lerman for HRL Motorsports. He should be out there running, one of our No Brakes TV guys. He runs the number 43. Pretty quick driver. He had pretty good success last week, so it'll be interesting to see how he's going to be able to do here at Bristol. Craig Lerman's first lap of the night will be a 15 with a 6.4, good enough for third quickest. Let's see if he can't pick up on his second time around here on the track. Comes out of the high baking in turn 3 and 4 and gets back to the throttle, comes across chicken line. He does improve to a 14 with an 8.3, good enough for second quickest. And now on the track, ladies and gentlemen, coming around to take his green flag lap, we got the number 23 of Jason Burgess. Jason Burgess is riding the Levi Garrett machine tonight for the number 23 Chevrolet Impala SS. Coming around to take his green flag lap. First lap for him is a 15 with a 6. Good enough for fourth quickest. Let's see if he can't do any better and improve his second lap time. And second time by. Jason Burgess will stay qualified with a 15.6. Currently on the track, just taking his green flag lap. That will be the number the number 69 of John Barron. He's coming around to pick up his first lap. Coming up on the track here shortly to grab his will be Blake Flown in the 11 DuPont Rainbow Warrior car. First lap for John Barron is a 15 with a 56. Let's see if he can't pick up this time around the number 69 Mobile 1 car. He does improve to a 15.4, and he will hold on to fourth quickest. Blake Flown coming around now, picking up his green flag lap, ladies and gentlemen. In that old throwback Rainbow Warrior Jeff Gordon paint here in the K&N car. Blake's first lap by is a 15 with an 8.8. Let's see if he can improve on that at all and move up the leaderboard. And he's able to take third quickest right now, Blake Flown is, with a 14.85. Aiden Young in the 25 PSP car come down, take the green flag lap. Excuse me, the pit stop insider number 25 Chevy Impala SS. Come back, take its first lap around. Aiden Young will run a 14 with a 68. That's going to be good enough for quick time. It's about a 10th improvement over his practice time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in here, please go ahead and take a look out at our Facebook page and give us a like and a subscribe. Right now we're in the middle of qualifying here at Bristol Motor Speedways, ladies and gentlemen, for the TNN Designs Pole Award. We are running the ARCA Series tonight, presented by Disabled Military Vets Racing at the Rocky Top 200. Ladies and gentlemen, the 07 of Gordon Larson Jr. on the track. He's running the Force Awakens Star Wars number 07 tonight. Just coming back from vacation. He's come through to take his first lap here. And his first lap will be 14 with a 55. Good enough for quick time at this time. That's a 2/10 pickup over his practice time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if he can't do even better coming around here the first time. And the 14:55 will do it for him. He is currently quick time. Let's see how long that'll hold up tonight. We had some pretty fast drivers there in qualifying, but it looks like he's about the quickest time on the track before, ladies and gentlemen, during practice was Jackson Allen and Tire Justice. They matched with an identical 14 with a 4.72. So you just to see how they end up qualifying, if they're able to improve on their time or if they'll end up holding on to where they're at. And ladies and gentlemen, the number 27 of Matt Skipper had his time along for exiting off of pit road in the improper position. His time will be disallowed, ladies and gentlemen. That's the 27 of Matt Skipper. Derek Robertson in the number 818 car on the track tonight. He is running the Canadian Tire Chevy SS. First time around, just took the green flag. Let's see how he is coming into turn 3, getting in there at about 134 miles per hour, ladies and gentlemen. He'll carry the speed through the corner, come up to the top, push across the start-finish line with a 14 with a 9.3. That's good enough for 8th quickest right now. Let's see if he can pick up on his second lap. And he does improve with a 14 and a 6.82, good enough for 3rd quickness. Next coming on the track, ladies and gentlemen, in the No Brakes TV Venom Racing second to none HRL Motorsports car, Alan Westman out of Gisborne, Minnesota. He just takes green flag. He's going to go around, see what kind of time he can build up. Oh, he kisses the wall out of turn 2, comes down to the bottom, so he's not going to be able to register a time in the first lap. He's going to have to pick it up in this second lap coming around turn 4. Hopefully he hasn't created too much damage for himself. Looks like he's going to escape turn 2 without problems. Coming down the back strip, ladies and gentlemen, coming in turn 3 at 128 miles per hour. He'll be coming out of Exeter. Turn 4 comes up. Is able to put down a 14 with a 7.8. That's good enough for 7th quickest. Now on the track, ladies and gentlemen, the first part. One half of Go Fast Racing, DJ Hargrove in the Axe White Label Impala SS. Number 24, he picks up the green flag on his first lap. Let's see if he's able to put what kind of a lap he's able to put down. In practice, he ran a 14 with the 69, so if he's able to improve, that should get him very close to quick time. Right now, his first lap was a 14 with a 69, virtually identical to what he ran in practice. Let's see if he can pick up any time here on the second lap, move up the charts. He's currently 5th. Good line for DJ Hargrove in a 14.65. That'll move him up to second quickest. $78. Looks like right now we have Michael Redding in the Evel Knievel number 2 car on the track right now, ladies and gentlemen. He comes around and taking in the Chevy SS, taking his first green flag lap. Let's see what he can do coming around. His first lap was... My bad, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming around. This is completing his first lap right now, and his first lap will be a 15 with the 6.4. Currently 14th quickest, and he will pull off. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest up here in the booth just joining us. Just walked in. Andrew Cardinal from TNN Designs is going to join us. He's got a few words that he wants to talk to you about. Andrew, take it away.
Sorry, I had my mic muted. Thanks for having me up in the booth, guys, for just a second. Basically, like you mentioned, I am from TN Designs on Facebook and Twitter. And we came to the iRacing realm in January, immediately partnered up with NMNTS. And back in May, we announced that we were setting up a special deal with the NMNTS Racing Series in all 3 series, tonight included in the ARCA series. And basically that is a quad crown tournament taking place in, over a few races along with the season. So essentially we went through, picked the tracks that we liked for each series, and decided, you know what, if whichever driver can have the best average finish from these races deserves a little bonus, and we'll provide that. We're going to give whoever that is an option of a custom t-shirt or big time discounts from our page, and that's, I believe, not only like half off promotions with us, but also $20 in store credit. So you can get probably 5-6 paint schemes from us for almost nothing, if anything. So it's a really cool deal if you don't have a lot of iRacing schemes yet, and if you're wanting them, it makes it even cheaper. We already do pretty cheap prices. We start at $5 for one paint scheme, and work our way up from there. So, we're all about being affordable to the iRacing community for paint schemes, and this is another way we're doing that. Essentially, how this quad crown works is we selected Darlington back in, I believe it was June, along with 5 flags from this series. You guys weren't with us yet for those 2 races, but those were the first 2 races for the ARCA series, which is continuing tonight with this Bristol race. This will be the 3rd of 4 races in this ARCA series of the Quad Crown tournament. And currently, our leader, I believe, is actually qualifying right now, the number 85 TN Designs Chevrolet of Zach Lindgren from WFL Motorsports. He's got an average finish out of 2 races of 1.5. That's the first and the second. And he just put it on pole so far. So, he's looking to continue that and, have possibly a brand new custom T-shirt with, you know, his car and a totally custom design.
That's awesome, Andrew. I know you guys do quite a bit of sponsorship here and do take care of a lot of the TN Pole Award. How are people going to reach you on Facebook? Is it TN Designs, all one word, or how do they catch you on Twitter? Or so can they look you up on iRacing? How can they get a hold of you if these guys out here listening tonight want to jump in and have an opportunity to get a paint job done by you?
Yeah, for sure. Our Twitter handle, I know for sure, is at TN Designs 62. The TN Designs is all lowercase, and it's obviously all one word. It's at TN Designs 62, so you can follow us over there. Even if you just support us, you know, that's awesome. You can message Andrew Cardinale on iRacing, if that's the way you want to go. We do have a website, and that is tndesigns.weebly.com. And then our Facebook is just TN Designs with a space between the N and the D. The TN and the D are capitalized. Excuse me. Or you can find us by going to, I believe the direct link is facebook.com/TN Designs 62. I could be wrong on that. I'll definitely have it by tomorrow night. I won't be here Tuesday night to make sure, you know, we get the word out about that race, because that is the second race for the Grand National Series. But I can get that solidified for you tomorrow night. And yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome whenever you get a chance to do that. I'd like to take advantage of being able to represent you guys as much as possible up here in the booth during these races, and, you know, talking to people out here who are watching for the first time or just getting in or have been tuning in for a while and they're not really sure where to go to get a custom race paint done. So I know there's quite a few places on Facebook that you will go to, but obviously there are a few guys out there right now that are charging $20 to $30 a paint, and you guys are well below that. So that being said, I'd like to be able to direct those people however we can to get to your site or get in touch with you and see if they can't get you some extra business.
Yeah, for sure. That would be greatly appreciated. I'll make the next part real quick because it looks like we have our pole sitter Tyler Justice on the way for an interview. But yeah, like we were saying, we start at $5 per paint scheme, and I mean, if you order in a bundle, say you're new to iRacing or new to the custom paint scheme scene, you can order in bulk and get a good bit knocked off. I know DJ Hargrove actually is ordering a bunch of hero cards, which is another thing we do. So if iRace is out there, you can get the same kind of hero card that NASCAR drivers have. It would be digitally, but we can, you know, work on maybe getting it to be a physical copy on paper. But you know, $5 for everything really is where we start, and we only go up to 15 per car. So you can really bundle things. Like I said, DJ Hargrove, he's ordering a whole bunch of hero cards for the league, and that's going to be like 15 cards, which would be $5 a piece normally. That comes out to $75. We're knocking $25 off of that, so it's going to be $50 for 15 hero cards for the league.
Well, that's incredible. We appreciate what you guys do. I know you got to get back down and get to it here quickly. I think we're getting ready to roll over the race. Just want to say good luck and thanks for joining us tonight in the booth, Andrew. And
no problem.
Look forward to talking about you guys quite a bit.
All right, yeah. And there's a couple of cool TN Designs cars in the field tonight. I believe we've got 4. And then sorry, not DJ. Aiden is also one of our drivers. He's in the pit stop insider ride.
Sounds good. Looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you a little later on the podium finish, my friend.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, you guys have a good time commentating. I'll do my best.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, now joining us from the TNN Design Pole Award winner Tyler Justice in the number 7 SimSpec PC Tower rig tonight. Congratulations on that lap, Tyler. You were quick in practice. Looks like you were able to improve over that just slightly. Good enough for the pole, though.
Yeah, it felt pretty fast, and like you said, I picked up a little bit from practice. Learned a little something there, trying to back off the corners a little bit to get a little better run coming off the corners. So it worked out a little bit, and we're able to get the pole, and hopefully we can keep it up front and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, definitely. Great run. Looks like we're getting used to talking to you up here quite a bit. Anybody out there you want to thank this time? How was vacation, by the way? Hopefully you had a good time.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, and I want to thank John Barron, Ken Yeltz, Thanks Inspect for being on the car, and thank Bradley and Michael for the league, and you guys in the booth. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Go ahead and head back down, and good luck tonight. Look forward to speaking to you a little later, buddy.
All right, appreciate it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have wrapped up qualifying. We had Andrew Cardinale in the booth here, telling us about some of the TN Designs and the TN Designs Quad Crown race. This is number 3 of 4 tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Currently leading those points are Zach Lindgren. So if whoever they finish top 4 after 4 races, their average finish is going to get themselves a nice big reward from the TN Designs crew. So that being said, we got go down your lineup quick here. We've got Tyler Justice in the number 7 will have the pole position. Zach Lindgren finished number 2nd in qualifying, 14:47. Gordon Larson Jr. finishes with a 14:55 in 3rd place. 4th place will be Jackson Allen. Going off 5th will be DJ Hargrove, 1/2 of Go Fast Racing. 2nd will be Aiden Young with the 14:68. 7th will be Derek Robinson. 8th will be Austin Jones, and 9th will be Jared Beasley. And rounding out top 10 is Blake Falone. Starting 11th, Christopher Matthews, followed by David Levine in 12th. Matt Skipper will be 13th. Alan Westman 14th. Craig Letterman 15th. Clayton Kurtz 16th. Corey Walters 17th. Mike Bruno 18th. That's uncharacteristic for him to be down towards the bottom of the field. John Barron will be 19th, Jason Burgess will be 20th, and Michael Redding will be running in the 21st position. Those drivers that did not qualify: Kenneth Younts, Bradley Wilson, Ronald White, Jason Alexander, and Andrew Cardinale. They will bring up the rear of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, come back from a brief break there. We got our cars gridding on the track for tonight's Rocky Top 200 presented by Disabled Military Vets Racing in the ARCA series. Just want to take a big shout out right now to say a big thanks to our sponsors out there. You got TN Designs. For the TN Designs Pole Award, they're out there on 4 different paints. Take a look at them. They're a pretty good designer of paints. You can find them on Facebook and Twitter at TN Designs. Also want to give a big shout out to SimSpec PC Towers for being one of our primary sponsors tonight. Go check them out at www.simspecpc.com. They got 2 sponsored cars in tonight's race, the number 7 and the 19. Also want to say a big shout out to www.oilcanhancocks.com. Go take a look at their website. That's Hancock's Quality Goods. They produce some pretty nice fragrances and whatnot. And I also want to say a big shout out to BA Graphics. They do a pretty good job out here as well. So that being said, we're going to be going green here in the next 20 to 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to just give you another quick rundown. Starting on the pole, number 7, Tyler Justice, to his outside in the second place position will be the number 85 of Zach Lindgren in the TN Designs rig. Third position inside, the 07 in the Star Force, or the Force Awakens 07, Gordon Larson Jr., recently back from vacation. Good to see him starting up front, right behind his housemates, I should call it, in the 7. Number 9, Jackson Allen will be outside row 2. Inside row 3 will be DJ Hargrove in the 24. Outside row 3 will be Aiden Young. Derek Robinson in 7th. Austin M. Jones in 8th. The inside, Jared Beasley. Outside, Blake Falone in 10th. Christopher Matthews, Dave Levine. Matt Skipper and Alan Westman in row 14. In 14th position, Craig Lerman will start 15th with Clayton Curtis to his outside in 16th, Corey Walters 17th, and Mike Bruno to his outside in 18th. John Barron will start 19th. To his outside will be number 23, Jason Burgess. Inside, Michael Redding with his outside will be Bradley Wilson, Ken Yowns, and Andrew Cardinal, and bringing up the rear in the last row, Jason Alexander and Ronald White. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be getting ready to go green here shortly, as we make one more warm-up lap around here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We are going to have 150 laps of hard side-by-side racing, ladies and gentlemen. Look forward to a pretty fun night in the half-mile speedway here at Bristol, under the lights. As we come out of turn 4, the pace car will be dropping into pit road, and we should be going green that instant. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag drops. Tyler Justice gets a big run into turn 1. He's going to extend that lead coming out of turn 2. Second place car of Zach Lindgren drifts up to the high side. He's got the 9 of Austin coming down inside of him. Jackson Allen in the 9 car on the high side, the number 25 of Aiden Young. So we've got a nice side-by-side battle right now for second. All 3 cars involved as the 7 of Tyler Justice is able to pull away and open up about a half a second lead, which is quite a bit here at this half-mile track, ladies and gentlemen. Up to the high side still. Looks like we have Jackson Allen on the bottom. Aiden Young going to the high side in the 25 PSI car. He's going to look to pass coming onto the exit of turn 2, and he's going to get it if he can hold up the momentum. Looks like the high side is where all the momentum is at tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom is tough to hold on to. And we have caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack. We'll go back, try to figure out what happened there in one moment. '69 got in the wall and keep. Ladies and gentlemen, look like we had the Number 69 of John Barron coming out of the exit of turn 2 had just touched the wall, and he came back down across track, came across the nose of the 99 of Ronald White. Unfortunate happenstance for him as he came down into the inside wall. Hit hard and spun several times, and he ended up needing to take a tow back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've had some movement up towards the front. Looks like Tyler Justice is holding on to first position in his first short run here of 6 laps. Second place, Zach Greenland remains where he was. Aiden Young started the race in 6th. He's moved all the way up to 3rd. Jackson Allen is in 4th, and Austin Jones from 8th to 5th. Gordon Larson Jr., our biggest loser this time, has dropped from third place down to 6th, but he's still holding his own there, moving fast. So be interesting to see if anybody's going to jump in here and take advantage of pit road this early. I'm guessing not, but you never know, ladies and gentlemen. You just never know. Tough break for Ronald White in the 99 car, ladies and gentlemen. He just got caught up there. They wouldn't have any place to go. John Barron going to kiss the wall there coming out of turn 2 and came down across the bumper of his car, sending him into the front or into the inside wall. He's going to get out there, get to pit road, and hopefully be able to get his car fixed quickly and get back up. But he will be about 4 or 5 laps down when we come back to go green. Some other decent movers tonight. The 17, Alan Westman, started out in 14th, has moved up into the top 10. You also have the 12 of David Levine and the 11 of Blake Falone, who has also entered into the top 10. Those guys are running 7th and 8th, respectively. So far, one of the biggest movers of the race. So you're going to have to give that to the number 19 in the SimSpec PC car, Mike Bruno. He started out 18th, and he has found his way in 11th at this time. He will be starting on the inside. Six cars back on the inside row. Looks like we're laning up here, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, to go back to green. Coming out of turn 4, pit road or the pace car will pull off, and we'll be green flag racing again. And we're off. Tyler Justice gets a great jump on this restart, driving her down into turn 1, able to come out of turn 2 with no problem, and he's already coming around, take a check, go across the stripe again, and complete lap 1 of this green flag run. Caution on the speedway. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened there. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like the 43 is involved in that wreck. I'm just going through and see if I can't check. Like the 99 came up on the 69 of John Barron. They get together and get gathered into the wall again. I think that's going to probably do it for both of them. Tough break for those two drivers, just trying to get back on. Just doing what they can to try to get back on the lead lap or stay in the lead lap, and you know what, make some laps around this track and get in the groove. Tough break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently 15 laps into a 150 lap race. We are in the middle of our second caution. Looks like our caution laps are adding up. After this one's complete, we'll probably be around 11 laps. So that means we'll be going back green here with about 133 laps to go. We'll see if we can't get these guys get out here, get in the groove, and put on a good show for us. Oh, just coming right back in there. Had a little technical difficulties there, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for the quietness and the dead air. We got our brother and my partner in crime, who's usually up here in the booth with the Dewey Lorzell. He's off tonight for the moment. He is attending a wedding and had a family party to go to. So you're going to get me, myself, and Tom V, up here in the booth with Tom Jenks pulling all the camera angles and giving us the shots. Big shout out to him. Does an amazing job as always for No Breaks TV. Give us a like on our Facebook page. Go check us out at nobreaks.tv. Also, if you're in here streaming and watching us for the first night, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up. Let us know how we're doing this evening on this broadcast. So, pace car is off and Tyler Justice is on the throttle, and he gets another solid jump moving into the turn one. Got a couple of good battles going on here on the track. Some good solid side-by-side racing. We have a few guys out here that are looking to move their way to the top pretty quick. Looks like the top side of the track is carrying all the momentum right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's where these guys are picking up the most speed and are able to run the cleanest. Some of these drivers who get pinned down on the bottom are going to have to try to find a way to fight their way back up to the top in order to hold it. Oh, big! We got a little bit of a turn, big wreck here in the 17. You had the number 19 of Mike Bruno coming out of turn 2, dive to the bottom, trying to get away. He came up, and in just the 17, you know what? He was not able to clear him, and the 17 got the left rear, and was turned around. Tough break for Alan Westman in the 17 No Brakes TV car. We look at it coming around out of turn 3. Mike Bruno pushes up, is able to come down. Alan holds his line on the outside, and it just looks like on exit, Mike Bruno was kind of towards the top of the lane, and Alan didn't have much place to go. He came down a little bit. They just got together and spun. Tough break there. It happens as part of racing here at Bristol. These guys will get in, get the cars fixed on pit road as fast as they can, and we'll go from there. We got a lot of green flag racing left to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Still another 130 laps to go. Excuse me, 129 laps. I'm going to see if I can't catch up to one of our No Brakes TV guys. I'm going to see if I can't pick up and see if I can't reach old Gordon Larson Jr. on the radio, ladies and gentlemen. Gordon Larson Jr., you got your ears on, sir.
Yes, sir, I got you.
Hey, buddy, how's it going tonight? First and foremost, welcome back from vacation.
I appreciate it. It's going all right. We got a little bit of that wreck right there. I don't think it's too bad, but so far, not too bad. Qualified pretty good.
Yeah, good to see you up there in the top 3. Nice job, nice job.
Yeah, we just gotta need to hang around till Just try to keep the fenders on it until the end.
Yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, it's gonna get busy out there tonight. You get a lot of guys. It seems to be the high end, the high side's the place to be. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here in the broadcast. That seems to be where all the momentum is. Unfortunately, the sticky stuff they put down on the track didn't do us a whole lot of good tonight, because it looks like we just have the one lane right now in the middle to high.
Yeah, it's you really want to get the outside lane on the restart. I've lost a few spots that way, being on the inside. But yeah, the high side's going to be where you need to be. But we'll get back up there. I'm not worried about it.
All
It's
right,
just
sounds good, buddy. Welcome back to the track. Good to see you out here running again, and good luck, and hopefully we can catch up with you later.
Thanks, guys.
You bet. Take care. That was Gordon Larson Jr.'s, ladies and gentlemen, the 07, the Force Awakens Chevy Impala SS. Just coming back or just tuning in, we're down working on our third caution right now for a total of 15 laps. So like all the drivers are getting formed up, moving side by side, and getting ready to go green here this time by. And we are back to green, ladies and gentlemen. Got a pretty good run by the number 7, Tyler Justice. He gets out to a good run, and keep an eye on it. It's at 19 to Mike Bruno. He's been coming through the field hard, moving cars out of the way when he's needed to get to those positions. He started in 18th position. He's moving us all the way up to the top 5 now. Looks like he's getting ready to start working on Aiden Young in the 25 PSI car. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us back in the booth, the one, the only, Dwayne Lorzell, also known as Dewey. Dewey, welcome aboard. Glad you can make it back in time to jump in this race and join us.
Yeah, definitely glad to be here. I was hustling on my way home and finally made it. So looking forward to a good finish of this race here at Bristol. It's always a good time at Bristol.
Yeah, definitely, buddy. You're coming in. We're already seeing the banking and the banging. It looks like right now everybody who's running the high line seems to be quickest. So should be interesting to see when these guys get moving on here later in the race. See if the bottom line is able to come in at all. As you're looking to see now, the 72 kisses the wall on Exus. And we have caution on the speedway, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let me go back and try to take a look, see if I can't see where it was. Looks like it was the 23 of Jason Burgess. Looks like, we'll take a look at him quick, see what we end up with here. Looked like we had the 23 involved in the 72, ladies and gentlemen. Just coming out of exit on turn 3, the 23 of Jason Burgess comes right up into the 72 of Ken Younts. Tough break there, puts him into the wall. The 23 gets in some tough shape, tumbles down the track a little bit. The 72 is able to keep going with Ken Younts. Good to see Ken Younts back on the track. He's been away for a couple races. I'm glad to have him back running again tonight too. It looks like he's out there doing what he can to make some laps.
Yeah, a long break away here from racing for a couple weeks. I had to get some things squared away, but Ken is back. Not what he was probably looking for here right off the bat, but still a lot of laps left here in this race. Meanwhile, 19 of Mike Bruno, he made it up to 3rd as that caution was coming out. Him and Zach Lindgren were battling there. So the 19 is moving up through the field, started 18th up to 3rd.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is race 3 of 4 of the TN Designs Quad Crown Race. They have decided to TN Designs, so you can check them out on Facebook and also on Twitter. They have decided over the course of this series to pick out 4 races to run, and they got some pretty cool awards for everybody out there. But they're going to pick the highest average finisher in all 4 races, and they're going to be awarded some t-shirt and some other prizes from TN Designs. So if you're just now tuning in out there in YouTube land, you're in iRacing, or if you need somebody to do something for you, go take a look and look them up. Their paints start out at $5, and I think the most they charge for doing a custom paint job in these cars is $15, which is a pretty fair price, a really fair price. So go check them out at TN Designs 62, or you can look up Andrew Cardinale on iRacing. He gets it taken care of.
We're back underway. Tyler Justice out to the strong lead, but Austin Jones to his inside.
Looks like the first top 8 cars have all chosen to get in line and run around the high line, moving back a little bit. We do have some side-by-side racing back there, jockeying for position. Looks like we got the 11 of Alan Westman, who's been running around on the bottom. Just Michael Redding, number 2, Evil Knievel, is able to get by him. Michael Redding looks like he's going to start putting some pressure on number 72, Ken Younts, here in the next couple corners. Diving to the bottom, it looks like the 24 of DJ Hargrove. Looks like he's pushing the back bumper of the 81 of Andrew Cardinale right now, and the 92 of Chris Matthews. For a second there, I thought he was going to stick his nose in and try to make a 3 wide, which if you've ever run at Bristol, that's a big no-no. There's not a lot of room to get around and get away from any kind of a mess like that, do we?
You definitely don't want to push the envelope unless you absolutely have to. Most of the time it's avoidable, but you do not want to go 3 wide at Bristol. That never ends well.
Look, we got quite a bit of good running down around here. I think as these cars start to loosen up, as this run goes on, you'll see them move from the top down to the bottom. This gives them a little more opportunity to control that car as they're coming off the corner once the rear end starts to like to swing out.
Watching over second place right now, Austin Jones currently sitting in second, but Mike Bruno is putting a lot of pressure on the 78. He's been getting close, but he is not able to clear him right now. So he might need to wait for the tires to wear off a little bit and then maybe try and make a big move there for second. But as we speak, they are also catching the 7 of Tyler Justice.
It's like we got a pretty decent sized battle going on back here for the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th position. We got a gaggle of about 6 cars all together here, Dewey. We got Michael Redding in the number 2, Evil Knievel on the bottom, running around with the number 24 on the high side of DJ Hargrove. Also looks like just behind him, we're going to have Craig Lerman in the 43 running around as well. So joining in that little battle is going to be Andrew Cardinale in the 81, as well as, the 81, Andrew Cardinale, Alan Westman in the 17. He's also in that group trying to find a position, make up where they can.
Those are the groups you have to keep an eye on. A lot of beating and banging happens whenever you get all those cars pushed together like that, and then a lot of tempers flare, especially here at Bristol, as you see almost every race. So it'll be interesting to watch how these guys race as their cars get looser and looser. Hopefully tempers don't flare too often, but it usually comes to a point at one point in time at Bristol.
Yeah, it definitely gets pretty tough to get around these. It's hard enough to pass as it is with, when you got cars occupying primarily one lane doing. That's where these drivers have a tendency to start getting a little impatient, and it's just as I'm talking, the 24 of DJ Hargrove gets loose coming off. Actually, excuse me, that was the number 11. Number 11 in the race Unbeatable Warrior paint scheme with Jeff Gordon throwback gets loose coming off the corner, gathers his wall, and ends up getting into a couple of drivers, Billy. Blake Falone.
That was just what we were talking about. Cars getting a little loose.
Yeah, it didn't take long into that run where, he's coming off the exit of turn 2 and he's pushing up high and gets just a little bit loose. Coming into turn 1, it looked like he did get a little bit of a nudge by the 81 of Andrew Cardinale, and that shoots the 11's rear end right up the track, and he gathers up the 11 of the 17, and looks like the 07 of Gordon Larson Jr. as well gets caught up in that. Tough break for those 4 cars. Unfortunately, the 81 got into the left rear of the 11, which sent him up the track and caused him to gather a couple other cars.
Under that yellow, Tyler Justice, Austin Jones, Mike Bruno, a couple of big names that came down pit road.
This might work out for a few drivers, Dewey. We might have had a couple of guys who were running in the back that, for example, like the 2 of Michael Redding, he just made a big jump up into that 4th place car. Let's see if he's still on the lead lap, and it looks like, yeah, he's up to 3rd now, so he might have got tires and took care of his pit stop the last caution, where the leaders went in now, and all of a sudden he finds himself up front. I think we're going to find that quite frequently, a bunch of guys bouncing from the front to the back and the back to the front with those types of pit stops, Dewey.
Definitely try and take advantage of the cautions here. You know that cautions breed cautions, especially at Bristol. That can be very true. So if these guys can take advantage of that fact, as Michael Redding just did, you can put yourself from running 11th or 12th all the way up to 3rd. But that will make Aiden Young in the 25 your leader. Matt Skipper in the 27 to his outside in 2nd. 3rd place would be Michael Redding in the 2. Austin Jones in the 78 was able to get out of pit road ahead of the 7 of Tyler Justice, who is currently 5th.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will leave us with 17 cars on the lead lap. First car 1 lap down will be the 07 of Gordon Larson Jr. So if he can maintain his position now, he'll be in the 1st position for the Lucky Dog. The next person behind him is the 43 of Craig Lerman. He's 3 laps down. So he should be having a good opportunity here for Gordon Larson to get his lap back. He's able to hang on to his position until the next caution.
Back underway here. Aiden Young with the lead. Austin Jones with a big move on the outside. 3 wide, gets 2nd place.
Just about open enough for the 2 of Michael Redding to get underneath him on the bottom. Unfortunately, the 2 just can't get off the bottom and pick up one of those high line. As you can see, Dewey, the high line is much, much faster than the low line around here tonight. Looks like we have a change for the lead. The 78 Austin Jones takes over from number 25.
Now those fresh tires did not take long to get to the front. It looked right behind the 78. That is the 7 Tyler Justice looking to go underneath Aiden Young.
Yeah, if Aiden Young can keep him to hold down there, that might cause the 7 to burn up his tires a little bit and lose a little bit of momentum. Because he has been wicked fast all night, the 7 of Tyler Justice, if we can calm to see. But don't look now, he's got his partner, teammate number 19, Mike Bruno, in this SimSpec PC Tower car. He's just moved his way into 4th position. He'll be coming up through the field pretty quick here and up to the bumper of Tyler Justice in no time. David Levine coming on the high side in the 59. TN Designs Berkshire Hathaway. Greg, he's going to take over 5th position.
I have to say, Aiden Young's doing a great job of holding off Tyler Justice. Is Justice just able to get by?
Oh, huge wreck on the track, just coming out of turn 2. Go back and take a look at that. I was pretty much watching, seeing what was happening there, Dewey.
Jared Beasley, massive damage. Craig Learman has damage.
It looked like the 27, Matt Skipper, is involved in that one. It looked like he had a little bit of help going around. It looked whoever was right behind him there, Jared Beasley in the 114. Looked like Tyler got to the brake in the middle of the corner, and then the 114 just got into the rear end at that point. He started to turn, and he just tried to drive right through it. That gathered up quite a few drivers there in the back. It looks like the 81's involved, the 17 of Alan Westman's involved. Zach Lindgren in the 9 is involved, it looks like. So we had the 27, the 114, the 85, the 12, the 81, and the 17 all involved in that wreck, Dewey. So some good cars got torn up there that might have got shuffled back to the restart because of a pit or whatever, but looks to be pretty tough. Just gathered up a lot of guys. Looks like we're gonna have quite a few cars here that are gonna be taken off for the night because they're bringing them to the hauler. And
that was a big time wreck there. And whenever these cars start to gather more than just one or two, it makes it a little hard to get around a wreck whenever you're coming off the corners at such a fast rate, because there's not a lot of track to use to try and get around a big pile of cars here.
yeah, that's for sure, Dewey. These guys going around at 100, 130 miles per hour, and you get wound up on a half-mile track. Even the guys just slightly loose or spin or get too loose into a corner or tap the brakes a little too hard, the closing rate is just so quick you almost don't have anywhere to go, and the guys got caught up behind like those 4 cars pile right up.
Well, I know Austin Jones did not want to see that caution. He had a pretty good lead over Tyler Justice, and now Tyler Justice gets to start on the outside of the 78.
Yeah, Dewey, it'll be interesting to see what happens on this restart. We've had some pretty exciting restarts happen here in a few races with the 78 and the 7 and the 19 and the 59 all in there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with those 3 guys right there. It looks like the lights should be going out on the pace car, and they are out, signifying one more lap till green. So next time by, we'll be going green. Guys will be forming up 2 by 2 coming here to the restart.
Pace car should be getting ready to pull in here, and he does. 78 Austin Jones controls the restart, and here we go. We're back underway at Bristol.
Austin Jones. Oh, another wreck in the back. A
Big time
big
wreck.
pile up.
Zach Lindgren, Ken Yones, DJ Hardgrove, Andrew Cardinal, Blake Falone, all involved here.
That's just a tough brake racing thing there, Dewey. It looked like the 85 came down on the 11 just a little bit. The 92 of Chris Matthews was able to get through. He dove to the bottom. But unfortunately, we're going to gather up some pretty good race cars back there in the back, like DJ Hardgrove. 72 of Ken Younce, his first race back after a couple while. He's getting gathered up into it. Craig Lerman, like he was in there. So we got a lot of bit going on out back there, Dewey. Tough wrecks in the rear.
Yeah, just about halfway through this race here at Bristol, and we're running out of cars here, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like we're up to 16 cars remaining on the lead lap. First car 2 laps down will be Kenneth Younce. So that being said, it looked like Gordon Larson was able to get his lap back a couple cautions ago. The unfortunate thing here at Bristol, like you said, these cautions do breed cautions. So yeah, we've ran 74 laps right now, doing. We've got 7 cautions for 32 laps as we count. So looks like I think we're going to end up seeing some of these cars get whittled down. A lot of these cars going back to the hauler here pretty soon, and we should end up with some pretty decent green flag racing coming up here shortly. Didn't look like we had any takers that time on pit road, Dewey, so it looks like right now we're going to restart Awesome Jones on the lead again. Outside him will be Tyler Justice in the 7 car. Third place will be Mike Bruno in the number 19 SimSpec PC Tower car. Starting in 4th will be David Levine in the 59 TN Designs Berkshire Hathaway rig. Good to see him moving up. He started 12th, Dewey, and is up to 4th. Christopher Matthews in the number 92 car will be starting in 5th. Starting in 6th will be the 25 of Aiden Young.
Our last start, the 78 of Austin Jones got a great restart there down on the bottom, opened up a big gap on the 7 of Tyler Justice. So see if he cannot duplicate that here again, as it seems getting up to the high side is the best course of action right now for Bristol. Pace car is in. We are back underway, and once again, Austin Jones with a great restart.
Austin Jones just gotten into that clean air, doing. You to see able to pull away, and looks like Tyler's able to get back to him in the center of the corner, but down the front stretch or down the straightaways, looks like he's able to pull away from Tyler a little bit.
I'm sure he was watching in his mirror earlier when Tyler Justice was battling with Aiden Young, and he could not clear him on the bottom lap after lap after lap, and Aiden was on old tires. He has to know if he can hold on to the high side, Tyler Justice is going to have a heck of a time to try and get around him.
Yeah, definitely do. It'd be interesting to see, next caution we have coming up here, if we do get one, who's going to pit and who's going to decide to stay out. See if anybody wants to stay out and lead a lap and try to pick up some bonus points.
Got a good battle for 4th. Aiden Young, David Levine, Christopher Matthews all right there. The 92 gets up, kisses the wall a little bit. Aiden Young been strong on the bottom, able to catch the 59, but not able to clear.
Couple cars out there, that had started in the back here a few laps ago. Wanted to be that number 17 of Alan Western out of Gisborne, Minnesota. He's made his way back up into the top 10 after getting into a couple of incidents early, and he's got quite a bit of damage on that car, but he's still maintaining the horsepower and able to get around pretty quick. Looks like Dave Levine going to the high side over was that Andrew Aiden Young, excuse me, in the 25 PSI car.
It seems Aiden can pull right underneath the 59 of David Levine, but he is just not able to clear, and David Levine opens up a big gap there on the straightaways. And then Aiden Young able to reel him back in, and then once again not able to clear him.
Yeah, we got a pretty good battle going on back here for that. In that top 10, we've got 6 cars all together, and I think that's going to be about 4th position through back to 10th, Dewey. Pretty good, interesting racing going on back up there with David Levine in front of them. You got the 25 of Aiden Young, and also Chris Matthews, Alan Westman, and trying to see who else we got going on. Jared Beasley, Corey Walters. So we got a pretty decent battle going on back here for the 5th through 12th position. Doing 6 cars all involved. Looks like one guy had to check up, and that gives the 114 to Jared Beasley an opportunity to come around to get underneath the 17 Alan Westman and pick up a spot. Alan Westman running currently in 8th position.
Meanwhile, up front, Austin Jones, Tyler Justice still close together here. Tyler trying to figure out a way around.
Good battle by Christopher Matthews trying to get to the outside of the 2025 PCI car of Aiden Quinn. That being said, he's able to pick up the bumper of David Levine, and he might be able to get him here on the next exit of turn coming across at the stripe. He does pick up that position, Christopher Matthews.
Tyler Justice right on the back bumper of Austin Jones. See if Tyler might try and pull a move to dive below the 78 and take the lead here as he is right there. There he goes, down to the bottom. See if he can't clear him. Looks like he's not going to have enough, but a battle for the lead.
It's going to give Mike Bruno in the 3rd place car a chance to get up in between them. They keep battling side by side like that. That might add Mike Bruno into the mix here in a couple laps too, Dewey. Looks like right now I'm watching this battle back here towards the back in for the 7th, 8th, and 9th place positions. The 25 of Aiden Young's been able to hold down on the bottom pretty good the entire time. It doesn't look like the 59 can get much momentum in David Levine or 92 of Chris Matthews. So he's got the guys on the bottom, on the top are just all stacked up trying to get by that 25, and nobody seems to be able to clear him, Dewey.
25 loose there in the corner. He's able to hold it.
14 goes to miss him. He swears up, hits the wall.
And now he loops it.
Spins on the track and loops it. That does not bring out the caution yet. Pretty exciting sequence of events happening right there, Dewey. Wow.
He looked like he just got a little loose there trying to check up for Michael Redding, who got into the wall. I thought he was going to hold on to it. He did a pretty good job. Didn't lose it till midway through the straightaway. But
now
meanwhile, Austin Jones under fire.
Coming out of turn 2, Chris Matthews dives to the bottom and is able to carry that momentum through back to the flag. He'll get by David Levine in the 59. That leaves a 114. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our leader, Austin Jones, followed closely by Tyler Justice in the 7 car. They are now starting to fight through lap traffic, and they are coming up on the field. They won't be long, and they'll be mixing it up with a couple of the cars who are trying to stay on the lead lap.
Right now, Austin Jones, Tyler Justice, very close together. You had 0.3 seconds between them, and then Mike Bruno is 5.2 seconds back in third. So these two are kind of walking away from the rest of the field, but they're still battling one another while they're doing this. Pretty impressive by the 78 and the 7.
That has been a great green flag run for these two guys. They've been battling hard, and I know Tyler Justice wants that lead back from 78 of Austin Jones. Austin Jones trying to hang on it. Tyler dives to the bottom going into turn 1. Austin's able to get back to the throttle a little bit sooner from that high line, and he maintains the momentum going down the backstretch and gets the position back going into 3, coming across stripe field and hold on to first place. But Dewey, we are 5-6 laps away from seeing these two leaders get mixed up in lap traffic again. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to get through. A lot of these guys have been trying to want to run the high line. Hard part is those guys have been running the high line this whole race in the back, and they want to, I'm sure the leaders would love to see them move to the bottom, but that happens. They might not be able to control their car as good as they have, and that could cause even more problems for the leaders.
Tyler Justice on the inside of Austin Jones once again as they're catching lap traffic. Tyler Justice trying to hold it on the bottom, hoping the traffic will run the high line. And it looks like they're going to move down to the bottom.
It's like the 25. Austin Jones will move to the bottom. That holds up the 7. That's going to give Austin Jones an opportunity to get around on the high side on exit. He can get up there and get into the behind this 81 of Andrew Cardinal. They move to the bottom, meaning they know the leaders like the fast line and the high line, Dewey. They're giving them space to get by. See Tyler Justice in that 7 car lap after lap, Dewey. He's dropping down to the middle, entering into turn 1. He's got some pretty good momentum going through. But Austin Jones stays up on the high side, and he's able to hold him off on exit or 2 and pick up the momentum going down the backstretch.
We're down to 9 cars on the lead lap as we're approaching the end here. And Tyler Justice trying everything he can to get around Austin Jones up front. Been a great battle between these two, and I think it's only a matter of time before a little contact is made and some tempers will flare as Tyler Justice cannot figure out a way around him without using that fender.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to use the bumper to get by him here. Austin's got the top line. He's got to figure out a way to get him loose without actually wrecking him, Dewey. Austin's got the top line secured, and he's not going to leave it. Let's just see where Tyler just dove in there. He just loses the momentum coming off the corner. He's able to hold it going through, but coming off the corner, Austin's just got a little bit more momentum as he's able to get back to the throttle just a tick quicker.
Tyler Justice not going away on the bottom. These guys are door to door here the past couple of laps. And man, they're getting close here. A little bit of contact right there. Both guys able to hold on, but I think that's only going to get worse and worse the longer they are door to door for the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at the stripe that time, Tyler Justice got credit for leading that lap. He was just a nose in front of him. They may be setting up, trying to figure out, okay, what's going to be the best way to go. If I can't get by him,
contact,
the
78 in the
contact
wall.
gets loose, runs up the track. Look at here, he's going to try to cross off the bottom. The Caution comes out to the 17 spinning in turn 3.
Right in front of the leaders.
Wow, I thought the 78 of Austin was going to get back to him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here, Dewey. We've got 27 laps to go. I'm willing to bet we're going to see a lot of guys pit, probably the whole field here. Everybody come out, get fresh tires. The key will be who's going to take enough fuel to make their car quicker on the restart. That's the biggie right there. Who's going to go with a full load? Who's not going to? Who's going to opt for a little bit less weight as we see the leaders coming in pit road right now?
I definitely have to hit pit road. Been a long time since the leaders have been down pit road. Austin Jones and Tyler Justice definitely putting on a show. Austin
into his pit box clean. Looks like the 7 is also. Basically, all Tyler Justice has to do to get off pit road is just pop the clutch and he'll be gone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like right now on the track, it looked like Tyler Justice is able to win the battle off pit road. With Austin Jones will be coming out second just behind him.
Well, not a lot of laps left here. I'm curious to see how this one plays out. Tyler Justice and Austin Jones were having a great race. A little bit of contact there as Tyler Justice was coming up the track as Austin was coming down. And it put the 78 into the wall, but luckily the caution came out, kind of let the 78 get his car back underneath him. But with that being said, it'll be interesting how this ends, as I think maybe the 78 probably not too happy with the 7 there in the way he passed him.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to be interesting to see these guys going to battle hard. You got David Levine running back there in 5th position. But check out the 3rd place car, that 07 of Gordon Larson Jr. in the Force Awakens Chevy Impala. His left front's a little tore up, but looks like he elected to stay out. His right side's had seen some better days too. So have to see how his tires are this run. If he can get going under green here and see if he can hold on to that position and at least hang on to that top 3 for the next 22 laps.
Well, lights are out, and we are getting ready to go back underway here at Bristol. Not a lot of laps left here. Tyler Justice, Austin Jones battling hard. We'll see if these two can keep it up. Pace car pulls in. Tyler Justice on the hammer. Here we go. Green flag.
Yeah, definitely the restart of the leader on the restart has definitely got the opportunity and momentum. Look at this. This 78 comes hard down on the bottom, able to make up that time quickly. Gordon Larson drops back to 4th. Mike Bruno moves up to 3rd. We've got an interesting battle going to be going on here for the lead, Dewey.
Now the roles are reversed. Tyler Justice has 1st place, running in the position, the line that Austin Jones wants to be in. So we'll see what Austin does here to try and get around the 7. Is right before that yellow, a little bit of contact, and I think we might have had a interesting ending. Caution out on the speedway.
Looks like Dewey had some couple guys get into it together in there. It looks like the 43 was involved in that one. The 81 of Andrew Card now. Let's see what happens. 43 just kissed the wall, comes down and gathers up both the 81 and the 24. The 24 goes for a roll into the corner. Big damage for him. It looked like the 25 came through, blinked out just going through, but a couple cars getting gathered up in there. That's going to give us a chance to get another restart underway. Hopefully we can get this thing finished under caution now, Dewey.
Well, as we saw on that last restart, Austin Jones able to figure out how to utilize the bottom in that first corner of the restart to get a huge run off the corner. And Tyler Justice opened up a good gap from when he launched, but coming out of two, Austin Jones was at his door panel. So we'll see what Tyler Justice does to maybe try and cut off that momentum that Austin Jones has found on the bottom in the first corner of the restart.
And it looks like Mike Bruno's got a little bit of damage to the rear of his car, Dewey. I don't know if he's going to have anything for these guys if we continue under green like this. Looks like his spoiler might have picked up a little bit of damage. His car might not be riding so great and just be as well balanced as it probably could have been without the damage. So that being said, got a few changes here on the track. Not a whole lot though. Tyler Justice will start out on the first position. Austin Jones, followed by Mike Bruno. Gordon Larson Jr. maintains in the top 5. He'll be starting out 4th. David Levine of David Levine Racing and the Berkshire Hathaway 59 TNN Designs rig will go starting in the top 5. That being said, Alan Westman 17 got his lap back. Now I went back to take a look at Alan's car. It looks like it's in pretty good shape now. Looks like he's got some 4 fresh new tires and he's got all of the body damage repaired on that car. So it'll be interesting to see how fast he's going to be in the next 20 laps. Excuse me, 15 laps. I think we're going to have 15 to go next time by. He's got a lot of work to do from starting from the back because of the lucky dog, but it'll be interesting to see if he can move up to the front, Dewey, how far he can get.
Seems to be a game of survival here. Just stay out of the wreck and you will move up on the board.
All right, the lights are out on the pace car, ladies and gentlemen. Next time by, we will be going green. We will have 14 to go. Now, these guys get around this track in about 15 seconds, so these are going to be 14 quick laps if we remain under green.
14 quick laps indeed, and it should be a good little battle here to the finish. Tyler Justice, Austin Jones, we're back underway here at Bristol. Green flag.
And there it is. Austin Jones dives to the bottom in turn 1, gets some momentum. Tyler Justice gets up in the wall. Austin Jones goes by on the inside. Big pass. That also opened the door for the number 19 of Mike Bruno. Oh, the 7 of Tyler Justice is wrecking down the front stretch.
He's facing the wrong way here in the turn. Everybody able to dodge him. Not a good situation for the 7.
No, tough break. That just seemed to be self-inflicted all the way through the corner and then coming down the front stretch to each. Real big tough break for the 7. Hopefully he can get back to his pit stall, get his car worked on. That engine's smoking pretty hard. Well, for the last few races now, we've seen Austin Jones do exactly what he's done tonight, Dewey. See him start further back in the pack, and he's been quick and moved through. Tonight he only started in 8th and was able to move up to the first position. So he's been wicked fast over the last 3-4 weeks. It'll be interesting to see if he can hold on to it. Looks like he's going to have Mike Bruno behind him in 2nd place, David Levine in 3rd, Jared Beasley in 4th, and Gordon Larson Jr. in 5th position.
Austin Jones has got to drive the wheels off of this thing to take home the victory. It seems like he's been so close so many times, and he's got some tough competition as Mike Bruno and David Levine have dominated the past couple weeks here at the NMNTS. So he is going to have to drive the wheels off the 78, try and get that victory here tonight at Bristol.
Yeah, it's been such an exciting race and quick pit stops. I just got to go out and give some good messages out now to our sponsors. First of all, I want to say thank you for the Disabled Military Vets Racing Group for presenting this ARCA Series race, a Rocky Top 200 from Bristol Motor Speedway. Want to give a big shout out to TN Designs, also BA Graphics, SimSpec PC Towers. Just want to say thank you guys very much for being on board night in, night out in all these races. Ladies and gentlemen, go check them out at www.simspec.com. SimSpec PC Towers, they do a great job putting together simulator PC towers. If you're working on a budget or not working on a budget, they can hook you up pretty good. Also want to say thanks to Hancock Quality Goods. Go check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. They use their code promo Thunder17. See if you can't get a discount on some fragrances out there. Just want to touch base now one more time on TN Designs. This is a TN Designs Quad Crown race, 3 of 4. Right now, Zach Lindgren is leading all other drivers with average finish of 1.5 so far in the Quad Crown races. That being said, anybody who finishes better than him or the top average finisher of the 4 races they select, this is 3 of 4, will get some decent prizes from TN Design. So good thing about them, go check them out at tndesign62 at facebook.com or message Andrew Cardinale and iRacing if you want to get some paint setups for your car as well. They're pretty cheap. They start at about $5 and go up to 15. That being said, Dewey, this time by, the lights will be out on the pace car and we're going to be going green next time by.
Just a handful of laps here. Austin Jones, Mike Bruno going to take you to the stripe. And this one should be interesting. Not a lot of laps here, so you have to make the most out of it each and every turn, and usually that ends pretty bad with a lot of guys going home pretty angry. Hopefully that's not the case. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we got our version of Mashrud out. When we come by the flag stand at this time, it'll be 7 to go when we go green.
And here we go. Austin Jones back on the gas. We're underway.
Looks like we had a pretty clean restart, Dewey. 17 got a little tight coming out of turn 2, got up into the wall, kissed it, but holds on to his momentum. 78, Austin Jones is pulling away from the 19 of Mike Bruno. Like the 59 of David Levine got a little tight coming out of turn 2. He's going to give up 6th position to Gordon Larson Jr. Gordon Larson Jr. moves up into the top 5.
Someone we haven't really talked about in quite a while snuck his way into 3rd. That's the 114. Jared Beasley doing a great job here towards the end of this race. He's got himself all the way up to 3rd, and he's in the best position in the house if a mistake is made. Caution!
Caution is out, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this race. We will be finishing under the yellow flag.
3 wide scenario between David Levine, Andrew Cardinale, Corey Walters, and David Levine got the worst of that one.
That was one heck of a run tonight, Dewey. Pretty exciting race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. 150 laps of beating and banging here in the ARCA Series presented by Disabled Military Vets Racing. I don't know, Dewey. I thought it was a pretty fun race called tonight. It was some pretty exciting racing. You expect quite a few cautions when you get into this beating and banging here at Bristol, but some guys are going to come out with some hot temps. Some guys are going to come out pretty happy. It'll be just part of short track racing. It happens all the time, buddy.
Always exciting racing here at Bristol, and you just can't complain. I mean, who doesn't like watching cars go fast around a high-banked half-mile and beating into one another for 150 laps? That's just entertaining no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know if you've had a chance to get down on these tracks. That banking of, gosh, it's got to be close to 23 degrees of banking in the corners of these things. I'm surprised these cars just don't fall off the corners sometimes going under pacing because it's just such a steep incline.
See if we can't get an interview with our top 3 per usual. Your finishing order for tonight, Austin Jones will bring home the checker. Mike Bruno in second. Third place, Jared Beasley. Fourth place was Christopher Matthews. Fifth place goes to the 07 of Gordon Larson Jr. Zach Lindgren come home in sixth. Seventh was Corey Walters. Eighth, Andrew Cardnow. Ninth, Alan Westman. And 10th will be Jason Burgess, the last car on the lead lap.
That was one heck of a run tonight, Dewey, in the Rocky Top 200 from Bristol Motor Speedway under the lights. The ARCA Series presented by Disabled Military Vets Racing. Big shout out to TN Designs for being on board tonight. BA Graphics, SimSpec PC Towers, doing a heck of a job again for us on board every night with us. Glad to see them there. Go check them out at www.simspecpctower, or excuse me, www.simspec.com. Go take a look at what they have to offer you. They built some pretty cool little PC towers for you, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're just getting into racing or wanting to see what this is like and try to do it, go talk to them. Not only are their PCs going to be darn good PCs, but they can be very functional for other things, not just simulator racing. That being said, I also want to say a big shout out to Quality Goods from Hancock Quality Goods. Go check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Big shout out to our winner tonight, the number 78 car, Austin Jones. We will be catching up with him here shortly, trying to get an interview with him. How are we looking tonight on our interviews?
We have Jared Beasley here, finished in the 3rd position. Jared, congratulations. You kind of snuck your way up there to a top 3 there right at the end.
Yes, sir. I had some bad luck early in the race, but made my way back up to the front, and I had a good night, to be honest.
Yeah, great run. That was fun watching you move your way back up there. We saw you got it mired into a little bit of trouble there in the back. It wasn't quite all your fault, but that being said, good run tonight. Glad to see you on the podium. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
I definitely want to thank TN Designs, MR Racing, you guys up there in the booth, Redding and Bradley Wilson for putting on the show. That's about it.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to join us up here in the booth. Looking forward to having many conversations again with you like this in the future after a race. Good job tonight, and go celebrate that 3rd place finish, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm ready.
Well, Mike, congratulations on your 2nd place run. You definitely had to work for that one, as it seemed like those 78 and the 7 were getting away from you there, but at the end you were able to pull away 2nd.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with 2nd place. I feel like if we had stayed green there at the end, I might have had a shot at Austin. But congrats to him on the win. He definitely deserved that one. It's tough luck for Tyler for sure, man. He was the dominant car all night, but sometimes that's how these things go, man. I know he'll get plenty more of them to come, but yeah, definitely glad to take home a 2nd place, that's for sure.
Yeah, Mike, it was actually pretty much a lot of fun to watch you come up from 18th starting position. I don't know what happened, a little bit off on your qualifying lap, but all that matters is where you finish on the racetrack. I granted you finished 2nd, would have loved to have that 1st place spot, but congrats. It was fun watching you run tonight. Anybody you want to thank, buddy?
I appreciate that, bud. Yeah, definitely. I want to thank my sponsor, SimSpec PC, as always. Simspec.com. Go out and get you one. They're great for sim racing, anything you need it for. I want to thank you guys for what you guys do. You guys do a great job. Thank my team, MR Motorsports, Mike Redding, all the guys. And thank Bradley Wilson and Mike for this great league they got going on.
I appreciate it. Fun to talk to you again. Look forward to talking to you again in the future. We'll pick up with you. I'm sure there'll be many more opportunities for us to talk together congrats on a good night's run, buddy.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, bud.
Well, Austin, I have to say congratulations, finally getting yourself into victory lane. I know it's been a long, hard-fought couple of weeks to get yourself to this point, but here at Bristol here tonight, you got it done.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. It was a decent race. Had to start mid-pack there. Car wasn't too bad, but, oh well. Come on with the win. Not too bad.
It's actually pretty fun watching you and Tyler battle there. It just looked like he got down in that restart, just got into the wall, got a little too deep, got back to the throttle too quick and kissed the wall as you were diving to the bottom, and that was all it said. You were gone, my friend, and you ended up staying out there for the rest of the race in the lead. You led a lot of laps tonight too. What did you see the track changing through conditions? You see the car start to tighten up in the longer runs, or was it just getting loose?
I mean, that real long run we had right there, I used my stuff up a little bit. It started getting a little bit tight, but I mean, he may have been a little bit better than me right there at the very end of that run, but run there on the next restart, I was quite a bit better than he was, and then we had another restart, and I don't know why he went at the top up there, but anyways, come home with the win. Not too bad.
Congratulations. Go out and celebrate. It's fun watching you run for the last few weeks. We know you've been one of the faster cars on the track, race in, race out. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, everybody at the Evolution Race Cars, David Levine Racing. Just a lot of support from those guys. Proud to put it in victory lane.
All right, sounds good. Go out there, celebrate. Look forward to talking to you in the near future again. Hopefully we get another chance to interview you after the race or race win.
All right, appreciate it.
And there you have it, Dewey. Looks like we had a pretty good race finish, good interviews from all the guys. Anything you want to mention while we're closing her up out here tonight, buddy?
I think that should probably do it. Another good night of racing here with the NMNTS. Bristol, definitely not a disappointing race. For everybody watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Please make sure to like, subscribe. We really appreciate that. We're on Facebook. If you want to check us out, No Brakes TV on Facebook. As always, the NMNTS, they're also on Facebook. Make sure to go check them out. Keep up with the points, sportsmanship awards, everything on there. And anything else from you, Tom, is all on you. I just want to say thanks for everything. Thanks to Tom Jinks for running the cameras, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely do. We want to say a big thanks for you rushing back from your family thing going on there in the wedding and joining us, being able to get back in during this race. It's a big help. You're always damn good at what you do, and I appreciate you a lot. Jenks, thanks to you too, buddy, up there in the booth. That being said, just want to say a big shout out to the ARCA series here at NMNTS. The Rocky Top 200 presented by Disabled Military Vets Racing. They are our series sponsor this year. Also want to say a big shout out to TN Designs. Another one to BA Graphics. Those two teams out there do a good job of representing our sport in these series out here with the Pole Awards. Also want to give a big shout out to a couple of our sponsors. You got Hancock Quality Goods. Go check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Pretty good website if you want to get some fragrances for a significant other. They take care of you. Check out their discount code online shopping, Thunder17. And definitely last but not least, SimSpec PC Towers. Those guys are on board with us every race of every night of every series also. They do one hell of a job, ladies and gentlemen, building PC towers. If you want to come out racing, go check them out at www.simspecpc.com. That being said, we're going to wrap it up here from Bristol Motor Speedway for the Rocky Top 200 presented by the Disabled Military Vets Racing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. Go to our Facebook page, give us a like, subscribe if you don't mind on the broadcast, and that'll do it for us tonight. Have a great night, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you soon.